It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. It is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. There it is. Whoop, whoop. On this Wednesday, October 3rd, third day of October. We're well into the, well, it's not well in. We're into the fourth quarter of the year. Went to Walmart last night, walked around a little bit. Christmas decorations everywhere.
Yeah, it's that time of year they're starting.
Let me see, we got to show people this thing. We got to show this thing. This is Scooter's new toy.
I'm still trying to figure it out here.
We got a new mixing console here, so this is how Scooter's running the sound. You can't get a close-up of a cameraman.
Yeah.
He's trying to learn the audio board off the iPad.
Go ahead. I'll put it on you. You can hold it up. I got a close-up on you.
Right there. There's the audio mixer right there. We got 5 tracks going right now, 5 channels.
5 channels going at the moment. But it's new. Yeah. So if I mess up and you can't hear us, and just like now, he hit a button, but no.
Mute.
You never know. You never know. We're going to have fun today.
Oh, yeah. I hope we can be heard.
It shows here that we're good.
It shows. That's all you need. Those little V meters are jumping up and down.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, good morning. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Hey, we're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brood Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. Baxter Regional Medical Center's lobby, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. And, of course, Balmer Boulevard, where they stay very, very busy out there. And so, stop by and enjoy Brood Awakening Coffee. You got the logo up there?
No, it's coming.
Here it comes.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I know. There it is, Brood Awakening Coffee. Be sure to check out cinnamon rolls and all the other good things they have. And can you imagine what Balmer Boulevard would be like right now?
Oh, it's got to be a mess. All the kids coming into school and, yeah.
But, man, what a great location for Brood Awakening. Best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brood Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, when the need arises for your loved one, be sure to choose Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. The utmost in professionalism, and they just work hard to give you what you want for the memorial service for your loved one. And when the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. So let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I may be the only one, but I'm getting really tired of the Kavanaugh hearings and investigations. I'm tired of the so-called allegations. How can anyone prove this happened over 30 years ago? If it was so bad, why weren't authorities called at the time? Wasn't it reported? Wasn't it documented? Why is it always sexual allegations? Because you can't prove them. Had it been financial or tax related, that would be documented. What is documented is Chappaquiddick 1969 or Bill Clinton in the 90s. Both were guilty and faced no charges. Lord, this is childish activity. It's not what we need in this country. My prayer today is you give us peace and some common sense. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. I'm waiting.
Dun, dun,
No. That's a French horn. I need a trumpet.
Oh, God, I can't do it.
Come on.
Dun, dun,
there you go.
The other day it was flat as could be.
Oh, man. Like it got run over. Greg's Farm Services brings you the morning weather each and every day. Greg's Farm Services on the farm, around the home, and in the community. And their location is 6153 Highway 126 in Gassville. That's between Gassville and Midway. And then, of course, Bradley Drive, 1309 Bradley Drive, the Power Shop. I was out there last week, and woo, man, they've got the equipment out there.
They got a lot of equipment.
You need to check out that Power Shop. Man, it is nice. Checking their store specials and announcements real quick. The Pet Mate Barn Home. Excuse me, save $5 to $10. Various prices there ranging from $34.99 to $65.99. Traeger Pellet Grill, save on select grills. You can save anywhere from $50 to $150. Stovepipe and accessories this month, save 10% as you prepare for cold weather. Hummingbird feeders at 10% off. The garden cart, 800-pound capacity with fold-down sides for $49.99. I'm on my way. I got to get that thing.
You're not on your way. You say that every time.
Oh, I know it. I know. I can blow more hot air than a tailpipe sometimes, you know.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Cumberland Mills 25-pound deer block, save $2 now, $8.99. What else we have? Scrolling down here. Selected Weaver Pro Show Supplies, 50% off. Trap within a trap. Then you get mouse traps over there. Buy one, get one free. 'Tis the season. 5-port bird feeding station was $34.99, now $27.99. There's that FlexRite garden hose, 50-foot length for $17.99. 5-gallon gas can, $7 off, now $11.99. And the much-needed garden tools for this upcoming fall cleanup, fiberglass red handle garden tools, your choice, $7.99 each. 70-quart mug tubs, $15.99. What?
That's some good prices.
Yeah, good prices all across there. You know, the garden tools.
The live traps, 2 live traps,
$27.99.
Yeah. You can't beat it.
Just my luck, I'd catch a skunk.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Video that, will you?
Oh, yeah, especially let him loose.
It's happened to us before, so it is nothing funny when you capture a skunk. You got to do something with it.
Greg's Farm Services, on the farm, around the home, and in the community. Greg's Farm Services brings the morning weather each and every day. This morning we have got 70 degrees. This is October. 70 degrees in Mountain Home in Harrison. 68 at Hardy, 66 in Mountain View, 67 in Yellville, at 66 in Marshall. Calico Rock along the beautiful White River, 70 degrees. And get a load of this. St. Louis is already 71. Whew, the city holds the heat, don't it?
It's going to be a little warmer today.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit warmer. Poplar Bluff at 66. Well, Branson's at 68, and West Plains already showing 73. Well, Watford City, North Dakota.
They're back down to the 30s.
There they go. 37 degrees in North Dakota this morning. Wow. My goodness. Cold up there. Let's take a look at this right here. There's a chance of course, this is not going to affect us, but it's just kind of interesting. Up around Milwaukee, Green Bay, and in the northern part of the country, they've got a tornado potential up there, so they've got a chance of severe weather up in that part of the country. So I don't think we got any rain coming through for a while. We'll check that radar. You can see rain in Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and of course that's not going to affect us, but as maybe the cold air comes a little bit south, we'll get some rain. Always use a little bit more rain. Basically, we're clear right here. Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, basically clear right now. We'll run over and check that Little Rock stop for you real quick, the Little Rock radar. All the highways are clear right now, 62, 412 east and west, 65 north, south with Little Rock, Branson, 67, 167, Batesville, Poplar Bluff from Little Rock. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, all in Arkansas. Look like it's in good shape. And I don't see anything else going on there. State of Missouri, St. Louis, I-70, Columbia, St. Louis in good shape. I-44, Rolla to St. Louis looks good. St. Louis east on 64 to Mount Vernon in good shape. I-70, Vandalia, Effingham on over to Terre Haute, Indiana. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Southwest Missouri, Springfield, Rolla, Joplin. I-44 looks good. Kansas City, I-70.
I'm going to sum this up. Missouri, you're good.
Good. I got to fill for time, though. I still got about 4 more minutes.
You're fine. I'm giving you a hard time. That's my job.
Oh, Arkansas Forestry Commission, no burn bans as of yesterday, 10/2/18, no burn bans in 75 counties of Arkansas. Wildfire danger across the state is low. Doesn't mean we can be careless. We still have to be careful with that, so you need to call your authorities in whatever county you're in Arkansas before you burn. Drought monitor looks pretty good. It's basically in pretty good shape across the state, northwest Arkansas, and then, of course, the southern part of the state in Miller, Miller, Lafayette, Union counties down there. A little bit dry with a D1 drought. It's moderate drought in that part of the state right now. We've had some good rains come through. Now, the drought monitor will be updated again tomorrow about this time, so we'll refresh that tomorrow. For the morning forecast, I see no fog advisories or any warnings in Arkansas on the main map. Speedy, my computer here is loading it, so bear with me here. I hear, why don't he load that before he gets on the air?
That's what I was thinking, but
I like an accurate forecast up to the minute.
I'm sure everyone at home is thinking the exact same thing.
For today, patchy fog to mostly sunny with a high of 88. That's like 2 degrees from 90 here in October. 88 degrees today, mostly clear tonight, 69 degrees. 30% chance of storms tomorrow, high of 87, while a low of 68 tomorrow evening. Then Friday, 87 degrees with sunshine, chance of showers on Saturday, 40% chance there, high of 84. Saturday night, 30% chance of showers. And then Sunday, they're showing a 50% chance of storms with a high of 82. So maybe that cold front with the rain in the Dakotas and Minnesota and Montana is going to be coming south, cool us off a little bit. And so
there you go.
'Tis the season. All right. So we'll go back up here and get ready for tomorrow. And so, what do you think?
I try not to. It hurts.
Yeah, every time you do, I smell something burning anyway. So
there you
go. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. If you need help with better housing that's affordable, give them a call today, 741-2883. Kindness Incorporated's third annual Golden Gala, November 10th. That's just a little bit, it's a month and a week away now. It's 6 to 10 p.m. And they're looking for sponsors. The Gala sponsor, $2,500. Gold sponsor for $1,200. Silver for $750. Bronze for $250. Table decorations for $150. This is for Kindness Incorporated. Now, this is a transportation service that serves Baxter and Marion counties that provides service for those that can't drive, don't have family nearby. And so they can call in these folks, take them to doctor's appointments, the pharmacy, the grocery store, whatever they need. And it's funded directly by the people of the Twin Lakes area. You can call Debbie Womack at 870-425-6475 to tell her, I want to sponsor that program.
There you go. Veterans Appreciation and Outreach Picnic is this Saturday, 11 a.m. at Hickory Park. All veterans, all military, and their families are invited for free food, ice cream, entertainment, and door prizes. I know there's a lot of door prizes. I've been watching on Facebook. They got a lot of stuff, so...
The Riverside Church of Christ reunion is set for October 7th at the Shed. Scheduled events will be 9 a.m. Jeff Walling will speak. 10 a.m. Harding Good News Singers will be there. Then at 11 a.m. Jeff Walling will speak again. And then 12 o'clock, a big barbecue lunch at the Shed. The big Riverside Church of Christ reunion. Everybody's invited to come out, have a great time. The Harding Good News Singers will be there. Jeff Walling's a well-renowned speaker there. And everybody's invited. So the Riverside Church of Christ reunion at the Shed. This Sunday, October 7th. Be a lot of fun there.
Awesome.
Yep. Serenity's walk a mile in her shoes.
Oh, go ahead. That's the funny one.
Yeah. I'll let you talk. You're going to be there at the fire department, so I'll let you do that.
I'll let you do it. I'll just talk about it.
You're too busy trying to run sound on that computer, aren't you?
No, I've got it down pat. We're
walk
good.
a mile in their shoes. This is a men's march against domestic violence. It's a $25 minimum donation. Men go out and buy a pair of ladies' shoes and clomp around the track at the high school football field to raise awareness for domestic violence. And we'll probably talk about that in the section. We got the chief of police here along with the mayor. And what this is a fundraiser. It's a lot of fun, to watch. But coming out and clomp around Bomber Stadium in a pair of high heels or sandals, whatever it may be, to raise money to help Serenity. Serenity is a safe home for domestic violence victims. And for more information, you can call 424-7576 or email porterjanellen@gmail.com. She does a fabulous job there.
And now for the thing you don't want to miss.
I need a trumpet. Every time I ask, you freeze.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's all like a cat with his tail in the door. The Lone Rock Fire Protection District Annual Barbecue and Open House is this Saturday from noon to 3, rain or shine. Special barbecue chicken leg quarter meal for $7 adults, $6 12 and under for kids. Door prizes, fire engine rides for the kids, all kinds of fun things. You can register to win a Ruger American Predator 6.5 Creedmoor rifle, Yeti cooler, $250 Walmart gift certificate, all kinds of fun. 8442 Push Mountain Road, Lone Rock, Arkansas.
Great food, great prizes, a lot of fun. Come on out. I'm going to be there, so it'd be good.
All right. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. Coming up, Mayor Joe Dillard, Mayor of Mountain Home. Chief of Police, Mountain Home Police Department will be our guest, so stick around. We're going to be right back. Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
$7:18. We want to welcome our mayor of Mountain Home, Joe Dillard, here, and Chief of Police Corey Manuel. And gentlemen, it's always good to have you here. It's always a pleasure to see you all. And Mayor, I got to compliment you right off the bat. Dog park looks great. That little parking area is going to help quite a bit, and I think people are pleased.
Well, you know, it's a great addition.
Yep.
And it'll make it a lot more convenient for people, and we needed that.
It's going to be marked handicap only, or is it going to be first come first serve on that?
No, it's going to be handicapped or disabled. You know, there may be some people that don't have handicap stickers that may. We haven't decided exactly how we will post it, but the chief is here, and we're going to, if we post it handicap only, I'm going to ask him to make sure when we patrol out there that people abide by that, because we went to quite a lot of expense to fix, you know, to come back and redo those spots, but they're handy.
Yes, they are.
So hopefully people will have a lot easier access. And, you know, as long as people are handicapped, we'll go the extra mile and help them. Do whatever we can to make it work. But, you know, times are flying. I was sitting here listening. Y'all, you're talking earlier, and the ads on, and you know, Greg Farm Supply out there also has a lot of good deer hunting supplies.
Oh yeah,
they cater to the hunter, and it's a great place to go get your corn or your your hunting supplies.
Did I see some deer corn on there somewhere?
I didn't see it on there, but
here's the deer block.
The deer block, and they've also there's the they've got a good variety of feed and,
Yeah.
and also the attractants for deer. And you know, the archery season opened back the 22nd of last month, so archery season been going. Acorns are falling. I've been talking to the hunters out there. Of course, I love to hunt, and I'm hoping we've got a good acorn crop. But we do have in places. Sometimes it's spotty due to the the frost in the spring. Late frost can.
So, what's your favorite hunt? You do deer, quail, turkey. What's your favorite hunt?
Well, my favorite would be deer.
Yeah.
And I also turkey hunt and elk hunt when I get a chance.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have been to Colorado probably in my lifetime over 30 trips elk hunting. So it's hit or miss out there. It's but it's great to go out into a different area and get to see the mountains and the different talk to the different people. There a lot of the people out there, a lot of good people out there, but a lot of ranchers and they have a different outlook on life than
we
do. We out to a certain extent, but hunting is that goes back to our forefathers and all the way back to it's a survival. It was a way to survive back with our pioneer families. Yeah, hunting had to happen. You mentioned quail. Quail hunting is I haven't quail hunted in years, just due to the fact that the quail population is down so low that it's if I see a covey or see a quail, I let them walk because we need them. We need them to restore their. When I was growing up, you could find coveys of quail out in the woods. I'm talking about, just.
Yeah, my grandparents had 8 acres at Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and of the 8, 6 was pretty good timber, and you could jump a covey quail almost every time you walked out there.
Well, back then, and
that's 40 years ago,
and we may have talked about it, but back then, people, they had chickens, they had the different. And they protected as we was growing up, we raised chickens, and you had to protect them from the raccoon at night, or from the civet cats, or from the hawks during the day. And Marion County, when I was growing up, actually had a 50-cent bounty on crows and $1 on hawk or owl.
Wow! And
they had $5 on fox and $15 on bobcat or coyote.
Really?
Yeah. And you trapped, and that, when you took a fur like a fox in, they'd clip just a little bit off the ear so that you couldn't bring it back the second time, but you could still sell the pelt. And so it was. We've changed so much, and I think in the coon, the skunks, all the small animals, house cats gone wild now. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of predators out there that I think took away a lot of the quail. But we need to quit hunting, I suppose, and get back to. We've got Chief Corey Manuel here with us this morning, and Chief is I talked to him yesterday, and we talk often, but he's got a lot going on. Just busy, busy, and. Chief, you want to make any comments at this time on kind of what's going on up in your department?
Well, last week I attended the Arkansas Chiefs Association, and as always, come back with some good information and updates and things that we can, do in our department to make it better and make sure we're in compliance with state laws and so on and so forth. So that was a good meeting. Always enjoy that each year. Right now we're working on our budgets for next year, and also that includes projections for and through the end of this year, and our budgets for next year. And the really great upside to that is that public safety tax is going to do so much for the fire and police department. And once again, I just thank the community for their support, because we're going to be able to do things that we would not be able to do otherwise. And it's all going to come back in a positive service to our community.
Good.
That's great. I just got to give our people a plug for that.
Yeah.
They believed in us and they came through.
Wow.
Well, I also echo my thanks back to the voters. You know, our people in this area, when there's a legitimate need, they step up to the plate, and they did on this and also on the county tax with the.
Well, I think when it was initiated, Scooter and I were still doing radio, and I think 1983 or even earlier than that was the last time anything had been implemented. And look at the changes in the city in 35 years.
A lot of changes.
Yeah. I mean, look at the east. I mean, that was still a cow pasture in 1983.
Exactly.
You know, I think Walmart opened out here in 2000. That's only been open 18 years.
And look at the growth around Walmart. Of course, Walmart is a magnet that attracts growth.
Were you mayor or county judge when they signed up? Were you mayor?
I was mayor when Walmart came in, and we actually made the announcement on a Friday morning.
Yeah.
The bad thing is they moved outside the city limits out into the county, so we had to get them annexed back in. Had to get sewer for them, and it was a good time, but it was also a little bit stressful. The fact that we could not lose that revenue stream from our sales tax, and so we had to.
That's huge.
We moved on it, and that area out there has all grown. You know, as we annexed out there, it was by petition.
Really,
so people petitioned to become part of the city, and that's the
good
good way to get in. There's different ways. By petition is the way I prefer. Also, to annexation, you can have a referendum, and the vote. The people in the city and the county vote. Of course, the county would normally be outnumbered by big odds, and then the city council can actually annex islands in that's surrounded by city property. Yeah. So there's three ways to annex. But getting back to last month, we ended our block party, which I think the second week in September. I want to thank the people that came out and supported the event on Friday night.
I think you only had one rain out, didn't you?
We were pretty fortunate, and I think that one moved over to the high school to the.
Oh, did it? Dunbar.
Dunbar. Good. Yes. In fact, I know one moved there because I was at it and attended there at Dunbar. But
it's been very successful this year.
And they're looking. Ron Shire and his people are looking at making it better. So next year, I think it will be better, and so
maybe next year he won't break his leg.
Well, maybe so, maybe so. That was very unfortunate. And
we got to tease Ron a little bit.
But you know what? He didn't let it slow him down too bad. No, he moved around and moved around good. We just had last Saturday our third fishing derby out at McCabe, and I got to tell you, we had a great attendance, and there was actually more fish caught this time than the other two times. All the attendants, most of them came with parents and sometimes with parents and grandparents to watch the kids fish. But it was from 15 and younger. Yeah. And we separated the lakes, and they all left with most of them left with fish and a lot of them with their limits. You know, when you see little kids dragging the fish tails dragging the ground, you know they've had a good time.
Fun.
A big grin on their face.
Yeah.
But we had, thanking the supporter, the community stepped up, and we had donations and a lot of equipment, donated to us. So it was a great day, and it lasted from 9 till 12, and
fun.
And fishing at McCabe is open to the public. There's a 3-fish limit. It's a combination of any 3 fish, and it's open from daylight until dark. And so it's handy, and there's fish in the lakes. So hopefully,
come on out.
Come on out. Yeah.
7:29. We'll go ahead and take a break. Visiting with Mayor of Mountain Home Joe Dillard, Chief of Police Corey Manuel. Be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that Their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
It's coming up on 7:32 on this October 3rd, visit with Mayor Joe Dillard and Chief of Police Corey Manuel. I got a couple questions for the chief. We need to kind of reiterate a little bit in the reminders on the school bus safety, courtesy, and amber lights flashing compared to red lights flashing. The swing arm comes out. Let's talk about this for a minute.
Well, naturally, like with a stoplight, or traffic control signals, when you see the yellow, you need to be slowing down. That's the caution time, and try to stop in all cases possible with the yellow light flashing. Most certainly when it turns red, and hopefully our school bus drivers are doing that, at an appropriate time. I'm sure they are aware of that as well, with the traffic coming through. But when that light's flash red, we have to stop. Now, under the law, the only exception to that rule is if there's a 20-foot median in between the oncoming and same directional traffic. And the only place in Baxter County is the bypass where you're going to have that 20-foot median, where you won't have to stop if it's oncoming traffic that you're in. But if you're behind the bus, in all cases you will stop even with a 20-foot median. So if the lights are flashing in Baxter County, you need to stop unless you're in the oncoming traffic on the bypass.
Now let's be hypothetical. Let's go, you got a bus coming down the hill, and let's say they're picking a child up at Kent Chevrolet, but I'm going out of town, I'm going east, the bus is coming down the hill, I'm going up the hill. All lanes have to stop.
All traffic, yes, has to stop.
All traffic.
You inside the city limits, there's no exceptions. If you're in the oncoming lane, or if you're in the same directional traffic as that bus is traveling, inside the city limits, you stop at all times, period, with a flashing red light. And outside the city, the only exception is going to be on the bypass. But if you're behind, even on the bypass, you're behind the bus, you still have to stop with the flashing red lights.
And then there's this little issue, Mayor, we've got these wonderful little things on cars called blinkers.
Yeah. They're used too, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really hard to turn on too. Trip. Does that ever frustrate you guys?
Well, yes, it does. But when you speak with people, and we field questions like this, different meetings I go to and so on and so forth, and we do enforcement. Of course, there's a whole lot of town where we're not at any given time when you have 2 to 3 patrol officers on duty. They're at any place at any given time, but there's a lot of mountain home where we're not at. So people tend to be in more compliance when they see a police car, less compliance when you don't see a police car.
Right.
That's just the facts. You know, we can't do anything more about that except being more aggressive with the people we have, or have more people on the street, and that's costly. But directional traffic does give the people oncoming, also behind you, an indication of what you're going to do, and hopefully you do what you indicate by blinker, and then it's a better traveling situation. What I'm going to say here is, in reality, our motoring public is get from point A to point B as fast as you can. Typically, you know, you don't give you adequate, you're not giving yourself adequate time in taking students to school, maybe going to work, or maybe you have an event to go to. And what we find is a lot of people in that hurry up situation to get to the next location, they commit some traffic offenses. They're normally law-abiding citizens, otherwise it's a traffic violation. But that's another thing I think we need to be considerate of and to think about. Give ourselves plenty of time to get there so we don't have to be in a huge hurry, which causes people to commit other traffic offenses.
Talking about the blinkers, I heard a survey from truckers, and the thing that they disliked the most was out on the, on the interstates, is the people are failing to use their signals when they're going out or cutting back in. They said that was their number one complaint at the time when I heard that.
Well, I noticed in Mountain Home, you're at a four-way stop, and a lot of times there's one in particular where I have to stop, and I've got the blinker on to turn left, and the car in front of me with no blinker, I assume is coming straight ahead, so I have to yield to them because they have the right-of-way. Then all of a sudden they turn left with no blinker. I'm like, ooh, no, wait a minute, Yeah,
that creates a, go ahead,
well, that's what I'm talking about. That creates confusion.
Yeah.
If somebody don't know what your intent is, and if you're intending to turn, that blinker, it's required by law, but it's also a safety issue as well.
And then the stop sign roll through. How many times have you seen people, and I'll tell you where it's at, it's down at McClure Lane, that four-way stop, McClure Lane. People come off, I think it's Glenbrier, I forget what street that is, that junctions with McClure right there, but anyway, if you're going to make a right-hand turn, they kind of roll through. So you drop from about 18 miles an hour to about 4 miles an hour, but they never stop.
Right.
So they drive you up the wall.
Well, I'm sure it's probably still said, the old saying going around, no copy, no stopping.
There you go.
So if they don't see a policeman, they don't stop. I mean, that was pretty common with the younger folks.
You could have the best police station in the world if you just sat there for 24 hours. You make a lot of money.
Wait a minute. I thought the stop signs with the white borders around it were optional.
No, they're octagonal.
I thought that meant optional.
Well,
most people, they're merely suggestion.
Well, here is, and I'm kind of being serious here, but also maybe a little joking, in a joking way saying this. I've always thought this, what about yield signs? The use of more yield signs and stop signs, because at a yield sign, it doesn't require you necessarily to stop, but you have to. If you have traffic, yes, you do. You got to stop and yield to traffic.
See, now that would make a lot of sense, because if, say, for instance, let's pick on McClure Lane, because I go down that road to get to my neighborhood, but with that long hill, I would think that would be the straight shot, and the yield would be east and west. So my end, if I'm coming from my home, coming up to McClure Lane to turn right to go to Highway 5. It should be my area to yield to the traffic coming on McClure.
Well, yield signs would have a place. It wouldn't be in all situations. If you didn't have a good, clear sight to be able to see traffic, you've got to be able to see the traffic for a distance that if you can stop if you need to. So you slow down and you yield to traffic. If not, then you can buzz on out, some people would say. So I say that it might take away some of the constant complaints of we have constantly stop signs being run, and if you had yield signs in the appropriate place, it might be for a better flow of traffic, but also take a few of the complaints away. Yeah. I'm not. That's not my stump to stand on. That was just a personal thought.
Well, okay, so you get some complaints on stop signs, and now we're wanting to eliminate the stop signs and go with all yield signs. I got it.
There you go.
No, just kidding.
Well, I hesitantly,
we're going to get ourselves in trouble.
I hesitantly say that because it could generate a lot of conversation, I'll say.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you know, stop signs are along streets, so talk a little bit about, we just was able to complete the hospital drive and the streets around the hospital, and we actually got them striped, I think, last week. And
looks good. I was out there yesterday.
But you know, that is actually a $250,000 grant with no matching money that we used to come in, and that saved, of course, $250,000 out of our budget. Wow. This is back from the city. It's the city. The county has always had a county aid. Well, the city now has a city aid, and this money comes back, and it comes. There's 9 mayors that make the decision. I'm certainly not one of them, but they spread it around, and every city is eligible for it.
Well, they repaved out there from West Road, Beard, and all that. I mean,
we pretty much got all the streets around the hospital. The hospital is a busy place, and we certainly it's a priority place with us. But then you probably noticed down here as you're coming off 62-412 on Commerce. We're actually in the process of lowering that. People pulling trailers and are sometimes long trucks. They kind of saddlebag there. Mm-hmm. So we're going to lower that down a little bit in order to
give it a longer.
So be patient, Dale. I'm just kidding you. As we come in,
come on, get it done, man. But look at the progress. It was a joint effort, city county, on the cutoff, Buzzard Roost too.
Buzzard Roost cutoff, and
I need to go down there and see them. That's nice.
It's complete, and of course it's a 3-lane all the way through, and with
kids,
a sidewalk on
the drag strip.
With a sidewalk on the west side of the street, which it's always been a 2-lane with pretty deep ditches in places. So we were glad to and that again. We've talked about this, but when you partner with, like with the county, you can leverage your money, and both entities is helped.
Yep.
And same thing we're doing with the school with the resource officers. We're working with the school, and it's a partnership. Probably need to talk about a little bit of the next event. The Veterans event at Hickory Park this Saturday is a good event, and I encourage people, if they can, to the veterans to come to that. We're rich in veterans here in the county and in the city.
Quite the resource.
It is. But Halloween is creeping up on us, and I don't know, Chief, if you've been getting calls already, but we've been getting calls. When is trick or treat? And it's on a Wednesday, and we don't set those dates. And it'll be on Wednesday the 31st. That will be the official trick or treat day here in Mountain Home. Now there'll be some events going on at different times, probably before that, like at our youth center where they have
more community events come up in the last 20, 30 years than when I was a kid. We'd go around the neighborhood, go 2 or 3 neighborhoods and come home with 3 or 4 pounds of candy, But
well, Halloween's become a major event for spending money. At least I'm talking about the costumes. You've seen them out for the last probably several weeks, and
all they get as many Halloween decorations as Christmas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And over in my neighborhood, there's a family's got 2 of the big blow-ups, one with a dragon, and
really,
I mean, it's interesting to see, and the people are really supporting Halloween more than seem like a little bit more each year. It grows a little bit. So,
what's your thoughts, Chief, on just safety factors? Back in the day, it was toilet paper this, throw some eggs here, soap the windows. Remember back in the day, back when we were in high school, they used to hit Ozark Shopping Center quite a bit and soap and wax the windows. Remember
right. Well, Halloween was typically a time during my early days in the department. It was basically all hands on deck. Just like we'd fall out for a fair parade, Christmas parade, but it was pretty much most of the night. It was all hands on deck. It might be due to some other reasons and awareness and programs, but most certainly I think because we had so many people on the street, from our department, the number of complaints and problems that we incurred actually went down. And right now we don't staff that night with all of our people like we have in the past, and we've had pretty much, except maybe just an incident here and there, which might not be much more than a regular night for us or a weekend night. So as long as that occurs, then we staff at a normal level, and that's kind of what has happened for us. We don't have the big problems like we used to.
Thank goodness for that. Wednesday night, there's going to be a lot of church activities. A lot of churches have Wednesday night activities, and that will probably be the focus, to kind of mix in.
And those alternatives are very, very good.
Yeah.
And on the week before Halloween, I think at the youth center there will be a party for the kids where they can come kind of one-stop shopping for.
There you go. Yeah,
and it'll be safe.
Doing that, yeah. Doing a good.
They do I'm muting my mic. They do the trunk or treat there at the youth center.
Yeah. That's something that Enoch Pepin does?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of our wrestling and OFA parents that'll be helping and volunteering and trying to keep all that going.
See, that makes a difference right there. The parents come in and volunteer.
It makes all the difference.
Community effort.
It does.
Thank you, and thank everyone that, our community is so rich in volunteers, but just taking the party there, the trunking party, it takes volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you look over, that's an event there, kind of a once a year event for that particular. But if you look at at our community, at the volunteers, our hospital, the Christian clinic, the library, all the so many different groups, the support houses around for the hospital. If it wasn't for the volunteers, we would operate at a lower level.
That's true.
I mean, it's so big. Thank you to the volunteers out there.
7:48. Quick break. Scooter.
Be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Neema's Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Neema's Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right product.
Do you? $7.50. Now the big question. If Arkansas actually beats Alabama, what kind of celebration is going to go on the stand?
A good celebration.
If that happens, I think we'll all see a celebration probably like we've never seen before. But our Hogs have had some ups and downs, mostly downs so far this year. But you know, the last game against A&M, they looked better. It was a one touchdown victory for A&M.
You know, Nick Saban said this could be a trap.
Well, it could be. It could be.
You know, one of these days Arkansas is going to break out of this, and somebody's going to get hung out to dry. And
I tell you what, Nick Saban's hard to trap, though. He's like a fox.
I wonder what the odds are in Vegas. You know, I was at the Venetian Hotel, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago. With an AFP event, and in one room, it's nothing but odd making on all sports. What do you think the odds are? I mean, even a 1-point victory over Alabama. I wonder what the odds would be on that one.
It'd be
$1,000 bet on Arkansas with at least a 1-point advantage would make you a millionaire.
Well, it's it's football, and I want to talk a little bit too. You know, we're into football season. We're into hunting season. We're into hopefully good colors.
I'm ready.
I'm just starting to see in the last couple of days a little bit of a little tint of color starting to show up. So normally by the middle of October or the third week in October, we should have plenty of good colors, and we want people to come and look at them.
Come on down.
Yeah.
How's the tourism dollars been? I asked the governor last week. He hadn't got his figures in for the tourism season. What have y'all seen, Kari and Mayor? You know, how many different license plates? I mean, you can't track them all, but I've seen a lot of Texas.
Chief has probably got a better handle on that, but you know, at events. At the Fly Fisher event that was here back in the summer, they was close to 40 different license plates that participate for different states participating in the down at the fair. That was a 3-day event, a big event.
Wow!
Put on by volunteers, but they do a great job, and they bring the people here, and those people come and stay. They come before the event, and sometimes stay after and fish. Go look what we've got here to offer fly fishing. Mm-hmm. You got 2 of the best rivers, well 3 actually, counting Buffalo if you want the smallmouth and fish for non-trout type fishing. But it's I don't know, Chief. Are you seeing anything in particular out there that?
Well, the workload continues to increase, and that's not always, and it's not mostly for bad things. You know, we do a lot of good things with 5K runs and parades, and somebody just having that special request or need, you know, for an event that might not be an annual event, but it's just this year event. Those things tend to increase each year as well. So a lot of our good things that we do increase. We do have uptick in activity. We also looked at the public safety tax. Now, we don't have a last year comparison because we didn't have the public safety tax, but September's receipts were the best so far this year.
Good.
And those are 2 months behind.
Yeah. Yes, that'd been July. Yeah.
So, you know, if we look at the summer months, and we'll know that, you know, even over the next month or 2.
So you're still waiting on I mean, even September reflects July, then August and September yet to come in by the 1st of December?
let's see. Yeah, we're 2 months behind. What we get in October will reflect August. So.
And then November. Good.
Yeah.
So, and I believe the 1% sales tax was up a little bit too.
It was. It was up just a little bit, and as you know, this year it's been a tough year from a budgeting standpoint, and compliment our department heads. We found out in November that we would have little over $700,000 less this year,
that hurts.
And that's it was overpayments to DF&A from a business inside the city limits, so the city got affected and also the county.
Yeah,
$539,000, and then we get part of the county. So when you add that to our 539, it was a little over $700,000. That monies that we would have had available to fund fire and police and parks and
that's a lot of money.
City administration. It's a lot of money, and we got it paid back.
That's a sting.
We got it paid back in August. They held out for 10 months, $53,900 for 10 months, and so we've got it paid back. But it's going to, and Kari, the chief, mentioned about where we are working budgets, and we're trying to end this year with as much carryover as we can. But this year's budget was stripped down to whatever's, it's very, very tight. We had to tighten our belt. Thank goodness we didn't have to lay anybody off. And the essential services, fire and police, were. Now we've got some positions that I'm going to talk to the council tomorrow night about that we've been holding, and they've been working around it, but due to some sicknesses, within the departments, we actually need to put these people. We need to put a couple of positions on the police and at least one on the fire, and we've been holding them and working without them in order to get by. And the Parks Department has been, they had very little money, or a lot less money to spend this year. The general fund funds fire and police and parks. The Water and Sewer Department has its own revenue, and the Street Department has its revenue. So, and they're separate, and you can't move money.
You can't go line item.
They're restricted money over in the other divisions. So. But we're going to work our way out of it. But next year's budget, due to the fact that we're not going to have a lot of carryover this year, next year's budget will be tight. Yeah. And we'll have a new mayor, and we'll have at least 3 new council people. That's already.
We only got 2 more meetings doing this.
And yes, sir, we're getting close. And then we've got 2 council that have opposition. But my intent is to when we'll get a budget out to the council in early November, we'll have a workshop or 2. I intend to invite the mayor-elect. Election will be over then, and the city council, the new city council people, to come and sit in the budget hearings, not with a vote, just to be there and then we're not going to finalize the budget and let the new mayor and council in January actually finalize the budget. That way they'll have some input into it.
I can't. What is it? When's the swearing in? 9 o'clock on January 1 or 12 noon January 1?
Well, actually, it would start. The swearing in will be in that morning of the most likely.
January 1.
But actually, the responsibility starts at
when they count the vote.
Well, no, at midnight, or when the clock ticks over into the new year.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the responsibility actually.
I can just see you do your say Yahoo.
Well, it's. I'll be leaving with mixed feelings. One is I need to go, and the other is I love.
Well, you've done a great job. I mean, you've helped me back when you worked for Barry and Barry's office, the congressman back then, and.
Well, it's been a great honor.
That's right.
But
30 seconds. Final thoughts.
Well, Chief, you've got a final thought?
I know we got several things going on this weekend, and I served on the Serenity Board for about 17 years. They got the Walk a Mile in her shoes this weekend. please consider participating in that. Contact them for further details.
And with that, we've got to say goodbye. Thanks, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you all.
Have a great day. See you tomorrow.